Hello, 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 everyone. This is your girl Shanidra with Beyond the Cover. Yes, where you will discover exactly what it is and what it's going to be. Now, as you can see behind me, we have our more to classy boutique dress. Well, I also have the two-tone blazer slash sequence dress on me from our Amore to Classy Boutique. Now, um, if you do not have our catalog, we have our catalogs available for you to get so that you will be able to choose the outfit that you would like. We also have um, a pop up shop that we will be at this Saturday. And I will put that information on my Facebook, which is Shanidra Matthews. So, uh, as you know, today's topic is be slow to speak and quick to listen. Now, as you knew earlier, this is part two, but part one was I was at the Let Her Speak event. And it was a very interesting event, very enlightening. It opened my eyes to even more, letting me know, giving me confirmation that what I'm saying is right and what is needed. Because most of the complaints that I was hearing was, not being able to speak, having to put on this fake facade and nobody really wants to hear how people are doing and all of that. So with that being said, part of the main problem is that we are so quick to judge, so quick to medicate, so quick to uh, push or brush stuff off, or look for the negative instead of the positive in people. Not help one another out, not uplift one another, quick to point the finger, looking at the speck in someone else's eyes, quick to have our opinions on someone, quick to point out any little negative thing about someone, which is not of God. But then we want to put God's name on that. Really? You will put God's name on your demonic actions that is not of God. You are gossiping, you are not uplifting, and you are judging. You're not being slow to speak and quick to listen. Oh, I listen. No, you don't. Because you're quick to speak. He said be slow to speak and quick to listen. That means quick to shut up. That means quick to be quiet. Like we're supposed to listen until they are actually done. And even when they're done, just sit there and wait and make sure that they are done talking before you put your 2 cents in. Because how can you give anybody any valid information when you haven't even heard the whole story? You so quick to judge and voice your opinion of what you think is happening instead of listening to the person and finding out the facts. You rather lie, which is not of God, than tell the truth. I've always said that. I'm like, well, if they can't tell the truth, they have to lie about it. That tells me that they know they was wrong. If you have to lie, you can't tell what the story was, what really happened, and you have to lie about it, that means you know that you was wrong. Period. So I'm not gonna, oh my gosh, they sent her. It's not worth it because God's gonna deal with them. Period. But what we have to start doing is being quiet more. Before we start judging what we see based off of our eyesight in the flesh. That's why we have to go beyond the cover so we can discover, hey, I wonder why this is happening. Because surely nobody in their right mind will want to, be in certain positions. Surely that. So if we keep that positive mind frame in our minds, then surely we'll be able to help uplift one another. Being quick to dial and call on somebody. Like, this is sad. This is sad. I hear from parents and everything. And today, there will be a discussion if you are interested in voicing your opinion of your concerns about what's going on. Feel free to come to um, the facility, 7122 Regal Lane, so that you can voice your opinion. Um, so we can listen. Kelly Jolly will be interviewing everyone so that, you know, your voice can be heard. Because that's the whole point in living in God and doing it God's way, Yahweh. Quit putting God on your stuff. If that's how you feel, that's how you want to think, then say that's how I feel. Don't be self-righteous and think of yourself as right when you're not right in God's eyes. And I don't want you to continue in that mind frame of thinking that you're right and you're wrong. Because if you're not right in God's eyes, then you're wrong. I wasn't right in God. I thought I was doing everything right. Working, going to school, taking care of my kids. Oh, I'm doing everything right. No, God said, you're not doing it my way. You're doing it their way. But y'all have gotten into this persona of faking it till you make it. I'm a fake like I'm this person, and you one person at the job and one person at home, and one. You could be the same wherever you go. I'm the same wherever I go. My kids tell you I'm the same in public as I am at home. Period. Because I'm able to be me. I'm me all day. So I don't have to change and switch and flip and skip and all this stuff because I'm able to be me. We must look at ourselves and go beyond the cover that we are putting on this little fake mask and start looking at ourselves. But we so focused, we have so much self-hatred that we can't even focus on ourselves. So instead of us looking at ourselves, we want to point at everybody else to get the focus off of us. No, God said that's done now. He said what you're not going to do is continue with that type of behavior if you representing him. Period. Just like we don't want our kids to represent us in any kind of way, God is the same way. That's why he said he never knew us. Because he know that he didn't create this. He didn't create you to do this or to act like this. He know he didn't teach you to do that. So he don't know who this person is because you don't even know who this person is, who you pretending to be. So how do you think that he's going to know who you are? Well, he does, but because you can't say certain things. But I will, because that's childish. People need to grow up. You can't say certain things. You can't tell, why when I speak truth, you don't understand me. If we serving the same Father, you should understand truth. You should be able to accept truth because you know that God is not going to sugarcoat nothing. He didn't sugarcoat nothing with Shanidra. I'm his anointed, I'm his child and all of that. And yet and still, as his child, he did not sugarcoat nothing. Period. This is how I see you, daughter. Change it, fix it up real quick. Simple. And I got some act right real quick. He didn't paint a beautiful picture that I was thinking I was. It was like, oh, wow, I got to change. Oh, wow. When you start seeing yourself and in your ways and all that stuff, you want to change. And then you start having more compassion and you start being more humble towards everybody else after you see yourself. Because now when I see somebody going off on somebody, I don't be, oh, she wrong for this. She need to grow up. No, I just feel like, dang. What done pushed her over the edge? Because surely she don't act like, what is that broken part of her that she has not healed from? That's what I want to get to the root of. Let me help you out. Let me tell you what happened to me. Let me tell you, don't get too excited and say, oh, I'm ready to be delivered. And then when you start feeling and you start getting delivered and you like, well, what is this? All I asked for was to be delivered. Oh, he's delivering you. so he can birth out those gifts that he has inside of you. Just like a woman when she's about to have a baby. Now, when the baby comes, it's a beautiful gift. We're like, oh, this is so beautiful. But at that time of delivery, we're going through all types of, pain. Like, oh my gosh, whether you have a C-section, the regular way or whatever, you still go through all of it. Period. All the pains, all the contractions, all of that. You still go through all of it. And then it's like you'll forget about it after, you done went through the fire. It's like, oh, well, now I love this beautiful gift. I'm so thankful, it's so beautiful. It was all worth it, after we see it at the end. But when we pushing or, when all them contractions start coming, when it's time for that gift to be birthed and it's time for the delivery, we going through a lot of pain. So that's the same thing with deliverance. You're going to feel God is going to be bringing, oh, you hurt right here. Let me show you this. And you're going to be crying and all types of stuff. Because I was excited. I was like, oh, yes, I'm ready to be delivered. Yes. Because they say it like it's something that's just so, wonderful. And it is. But, you need to know what it is and what it's going to be when you get delivered. And ain't nobody around. He ain't going to let nobody answer the phone. You can call all you want. It's not going to happen. You're going to have to deal with it. And it's best not to call nobody. Be slow to speak. Don't speak to nobody while you're going through all these changes. Just speak to God. What am I feeling? What is this? And he'll tell you because he told me. I didn't know. I thought, I'm fine. I'm past that. And I don't care about that and this and that. And I'm good and I'm this. And that's what I said. I thought I was. I thought I was past that. I thought, But then when God was pulling stuff and showing me and delivering me from stuff, I was like, oh, this hurts. Oh my gosh. I thought I had, gotten over that. I thought I had dealt with that. But he was like, no, you didn't. You did not. Stop it. So when I realized I did not deal with it, then that's when I was like, oh, this is deliverance. Oh, this don't feel like I thought it was going to feel. This hurts. Yeah. I have to actually cry. I can't even stop it. So, but I'm glad I was able to deal with it and see what I was hurting from. See what I was carrying on, all that baggage. I'm glad he was able to unpack some of my bags. So I can be lighter, so I can hear him, so I don't have all this clutter, so I don't have this cluttered mind and that's making me, I don't thrive off of compliments. I didn't get compliments. People prejudge and think, oh, she must get compliments all the time, and she must. Now I'm not talking about physical appearance, but I'm talking about as far as encouragement to do what I do. I had the total opposite. Didn't nobody understand what I was doing? They thought I was crazy. But when somebody tell me I can't do something, that for me pushes me to try to prove you wrong. Now, if I can't do it, then I can't. But I'm going to try to do it just because you said I couldn't do it. That's what motivates me. Because I've never received that type of encouragement when I was younger. So now I don't need that encouragement. I don't need somebody to always have to lift me up and all that stuff. Especially now with God. I'm talking to God, and that's all I need. It's like, oh, am I doing right? Did I mess up? What do I need to do? Like, me and him have this wonderful bond now, and I'm loving it because I'm finally happy. I don't have this fake smile anymore. It's like I don't know how to explain it. And when the people were asking me today, all I could say was God. So how did you do all of that? And how are you doing it? God, I'm telling you. So, because you seem like you have, and I don't have it all together, but I am becoming whole because I have God. Period. You can't be whole without your Father who created you. Not the universe, God. That's who you call on when something happens. So We're going to stop that nonsense. The universe that he created, we're grown. So we cannot repeat, this type of stuff, foolish stuff. So, again, before you go pointing the finger and looking at Billy Bob and Johnny, look at you. What are you doing wrong? Fix you. Because at the end of the day, Billy Bob that you pointing at is not going to, the God is not going to ask you about Billy Bob. He's going to ask you about you and why did you do this in your actions. And you was representing him. Didn't I prophesy? I know you prophesied. You led all my people astray. You said the right things. You repeated my words, but you wasn't doing my words. I said, don't only be hearers of my words, but be doers also. So you led my people astray by your actions. They heard you, but then they saw you do the opposite. They saw you judge when you was telling them not to judge, when you told them to go beyond. You can't use beyond if you don't go beyond. See, beyond the cover is something that God had given to me because that's what I do. I go beyond the cover. And I discover people beyond what I see. I don't necessarily see them the way they are. I see beyond them. That was part of my problem in relationships. It's like, I see you right here. But what I see, I can see you, because I know if you with me, you there's no way you're going to be able to be just regular, period. You're going to want to do more, period. So I don't see you as the person right now. I see you up here. Now, my job is to try to get you to believe that you can be up here. But I don't never see, and I'm always thinking of a positive, looking at the positive in somebody's situation. Because all they see is somebody judging them negatively. Oh, look at her. Oh, look at him. Oh, look at that speck on her lip. Oh, look at that. Oh, man. Let me go on the phone. Let me go talk about somebody. Ain't took no time to talk to the person. See, did you need any help? You all right? Is there any way I can help you? It's going to be all right. What is it that you need? Tell them the resources that you know about. Tell them something before you start gossiping and talking down and being, putting them down even more than what they are. You already see that they down, and then you're going to talk about them even more. That's not of God. You over here gossiping, being a slanderer. That's not of God. So we are at the end of times, whether y'all want to believe it or not, whether you want to believe there's a heaven or a hell or not, it is. We all have to answer. And we don't want to go up there thinking, oh, we safe and we straight and that ain't true and that ain't real and all of that. And then we get up there looking crazy. Then it's too late. But right now, while you're still breathing, it's not too late. You can easily change. I changed. I had to change. A lot of people are like, no, you still the same Shanidra. I am pretty much. But I had to change the way I talk to people. Because my deliverance was not, as pleasant as it is. And he's still working on it. He's still working on my deliverance. My delivery when I talk to people. He's been working on my facial. I mean, it's a lot of stuff. Because my face would tell exactly how I felt. So he's dealing with that. Because I can't be fake. And I think he made me that way. So I could be fake. I couldn't fake like I was, cool with you or whatever. You would know. Because my face would show. I was like, it would show real quick. So we have to be slow to speak and quick to listen. Stop being so quick to judge someone. Stop. Listen to them. Shut up and listen. Be quiet and listen. Find out what happened. Maybe you can help them out. Maybe you can connect with something that God delivered you from to give them some hope. That, oh, well, she got through this. Oh, I didn't know that you went through that. See, but people don't know what we went through. People don't know the struggle. They just see the bigger picture now that you making it. And then now you want to act like, oh my gosh, I'm making it and I never struggled. And no, Tell them about when you was being delivered. Tell them about how it is, when you had two kids and you were getting assistance. Why are you looking down on somebody that is where you used to be? Give them hope. Like, look at what God did to me. I'm no longer on that. I'm solely on God. He built my faith so that I can solely depend on Him. I have not worked and I have babies. They're still, she's just 8 years old. And I've been in business for 7 years in May. So I had babies. It looked crazy. But we need to quit looking at people like they're crazy because we're trying to keep up with the Joneses and do what we think is gonna make us look good, and we're supposed to be doing stuff for His glory. How is that glorifying God? You're trying to glorify yourself. That's not cute. Glorifying yourself and look at me and oh we and me and I did this and I did this and I never. It's always God. Oh well, you had to do. I understand it, but you don't understand when I don't feel like doing this. I'm just too real. I can't when I don't feel like doing this. When I'm tired, when I just want to sleep. But God gives me the strength to get up here and happily do it. That's what I'm talking about. When we go through all these trials and tribulations and get hit and smacked with everything, and we still got to do what we got to do. So you would do it for that job, but you can't do it for God. That's unacceptable. Unacceptable. You can go through hell and rain, and you'll walk to that job. Oh, but I gotta make it because I got these bills. Okay, and God is your provider. But if you go through anything while you taking the leap of faith, see, I got to get me a job. See, this is the type of stuff I'm talking about. I can't be doing that. That's just crazy. What? You can't have faith in God? He been providing for you anyway. It wasn't that job. So, on today, let's pray for one another. Let's go beyond the cover. Let's love one another. Let's encourage one another. Let's stop judging one another. We so quick to look at the negative. Let's start looking at the positive in that person. At least they trying to do right. At least they are seeing they're wrong. Unlike you. You can't see you're wrong because you're too busy looking at everybody else's wrong. You have so much self-hatred that you're refusing to deal with. You already hurting. So what you trying to prevent you from being hurt? You're already hurting. So give yourself to God. And He's been providing all this whole time anyways. Quit being so quick to voice your opinion on other people. The Will Smith just exposed everybody. Oh, did you see Will Smith smack? Blah, blah, blah. Oh. And you don't know the backstory. Even Chris Rock didn't even do all what y'all did, and he was the one that was smacked. It's time to grow up. We cannot continue to act like children as adults. So we can't continue to be foolish because God He gave us the basic instructions before leaving Earth. It's whether we pick it up or not. We'll read a whole manual to get a job, but we won't read nothing for God. Unacceptable. So that's all I have for you guys. Just be slow to speak and quick to listen. Let's start listening to God. Let's start being slow to speak on what we're going to do in anger. Oh, I'm just going. He said you can be angry, but sin not. So before you start saying all this hateful stuff when you're angry, my grandmama said, if you don't have nothing to say, don't say nothing at all. Don't say nothing at all. You don't have nothing nice to say. And I'm talking to myself too. So that's all I have for you guys on today. Let's go beyond the cover so we can discover.